My name's Rory Aitchison. My particular story goes back to 49, when I was born into a family of 8 children in Edinburgh. And I came to the orphanage as a 10-month-old baby, and I was quite a celebrity because, you know, that was quite young for an orphanage child. So that then meant that I was treated like a wee star for quite a few, but that soon burnt off, you know, and I had to get on with orphanage life. But I have to say, and I've always said this, that I had a thoroughly good upbringing in Aberlour Orphanage. The staff were kind, the teachers they had their job to do. They had a difficult time teaching us kids, but they saw the end product through. My siblings and my other friends at the orphanage arrived with a different set of backgrounds to what I had, and so much so that when kids would arrive and they wanted to run away and they wanted me to join them in this escapade of running away from the orphanage to get back to Edinburgh or back to other places, I couldn't participate in that because I didn't really know where my home was. Aberlour Orphanage was my home. My lasting memory of life in the orphanage was when the Timex factory in Dundee used to come up with a busload of their employees, and they were keen to support the orphanage children, and they used to bring up ice creams and lemonade, things that we never really had as children normally, and we used to gorge ourselves on all this ice cream and lemonade that was available to us, and we used to have picnics in the football grounds, and it was a big day, and that is one of the very many memories that I have of Aberlour. And as I look around me and I walk around Aberlour today, all the memories come flooding back, and you didn't realise it then, but we were set in a lovely part of Scotland. Admittedly, it was 200 miles away from my birth home, but I made it my own, and you know, I participated in orphanage life. In later life, I came back to Aberlour area and I stayed with my wife just outside Aberlour, and I spent quite a few years going around to women's groups and to working men's clubs type of thing, and to churches, and I would talk about my experience at Aberlour. What came out of that was that people would donate to me lots of photographs from relatives, things that had been lying about in drawers and cupboards, that maybe their relative had been at Aberlour and they were no longer, they had passed away. And I was donated quite a lot of material that was very useful as an Aberlour archive. And in fact, so much so that in 2021, I donated a large archive of material to the Aberlour Childcare Trust at Stirling University, where the archives are now held. The warden's mantra was to make sure that every child had a voice, to be heard, and that they were encouraged to be the best person they can. I think that still stands today for younger children. They may feel daunted and concerned about how their future is going to be, but I think if they can follow their goals and stick to that, I think that's quite an important thing to learn.